Yo, biatches. Here we are in Liverpool. Let's see. Can you see the Liver building? How magnificent the Liver building. And here's the Beatles. Here's the Beatles. Here they are. Well, there's a bit of them anyway. There's one of them. There's a Beatle. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? And I'm going to take you to see the Mersey now. The Mersey isn't the most dramatic, most beautiful piece of river water, but it's certainly my favourite bit. And it's only because of all the history that is that has sailed up in there. Not all of it good, some of it pretty awful actually. Even evil colonisation wasn't Liverpool's greatest thing along that one, slavery and all that. Pretty bad actually. But here it is. I love it. It just means the world to me. And speaking of history, in that clumsy way, Link. God, I would never make a good TV presenter. 4 weeks is a long time in politics, and anything could happen, and hopefully anything will happen, or something. Yeah, there it is. Isn't that marvellous? Very grey, very still, but hello. But I kind of love it. Beatles are records. Anyway, 4 weeks is a long time, and also I think 4 weeks is a long time to rethink and reevaluate and relook and re-energize, I suppose, all those things, all the re's, and I suppose I'm urging you to rethink. The ones who are thinking of voting anything other than Tory. I'm urging you to really, certainly like the sort of the working class people, and to look not at Jeremy Corbyn, because the media have done such a horrific job on him. I'm a fan, but I'm not expecting you to be a fan, and I can see why. The media have turned this kind of gentleman into a monster. So when I get that, the media is powerful, but just don't look to Corbyn. Look at the policies and look how they might work for you. You're going to be the recipient of this government. So, do you really want cutie little foxes to be on your sleepy time conscience? I don't think you do. But I mean, seriously, look at the genuine policies about like, for example, building 1 million new homes, affordable social housing. Now, think of the impact that would have on not only sort of mobility for the working class, but for people who are on the street, who are destitute. Just think of the impact it would have on them for people like that. The £10 minimum wage. I mean, I still think it's personally I don't think it's enough, but it's a start, and it's about putting a few more bob in your pocket. I wouldn't call it a living wage. At best minimum. And looking at decreasing school sizes and the fucking National Health Service. I've talked about this before, but working class people, if it goes, you haven't got Bupa. You're fucked. If you break anything or have a nervous breakdown and there's nothing there to help you through that, that's it. What do you do? So all this and more, free school meals for every child in the country because children are suffering malnutrition, nurses having to use food banks. I think if you rethink that, you might rethink your vote. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not going to. If you've made your mind, not I can do. There's none of these silly vlogs can do. There's not. It's just me putting my pennyworth in. But if you can literally reorder how you're structuring this election inside of you. God, that sounds like a porn movie. Well, do, and think about the sort of, I suppose, the greater good rather than sort of blowing up Syria. Do you know what I mean? For me, things like that are really terribly important. I think we should. I do think we should have a government that is working towards peaceful settlement, peaceful situations within the world, and putting the word peace out there isn't weak in a world dominated by war and weaponry. The word peace is a very strong, powerful, beautiful word, and one that can, I think, at this particular time in our world history, not even our country's history, really, really beautifully resonate. So, like I said, a month is a long time, and if you you know, like I said, I can't make you do anything. No one can make you do anything. But think about you. Think about your family. Think about your kids. Think about the people who are having a not too great time of life, and look towards policy, not personality. People keep going on about personality politics. I'm sorry, Jeremy Corbyn hasn't got the greatest personality, but Theresa May, she's like, I don't know, she's like cork. She's like a piece of cork, crumbly old cork. That's that's what I see when like a lump of, you know, you go to those old houses and they have those cork boards and they're all decaying. That's what Theresa May seems like to me. She has as much personality as cork. And I don't mean the beautiful place in Ireland. So I suppose it's urging, really, and you know, rethink, and if you've backed it, if it's Tory for you, it's Tory for you, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for the country if that's the case, but you know, nothing anybody could do. But look to the policy, because there are definite policies, and young people, there are policies there for you, like, you know, free education, free, no debt. Can you imagine not being in £30,000 to £90,000 worth of debt simply because you want to expand your mind? Okay, Beatrice, got a bit of a snort. He goes, I've not been snorting coke, it's just a sniffy nose. Oh, yeah, I don't mind the other line. Yo, Beatrice, and here's another shot of Liverpool. Isn't it just marvellous? Yeah. I actually do think the one thing that they've done, they've built up too much around here, so there's loads of new buildings. And I think they've got away from the kind of the quality of space, so it's a little bit chocker now. But apart from that, gorge. All right, bye bye.